Hello there. I just want to make a quick video. I won't keep you for long. I guess on the topic of cyber-conscious life or artificial intelligence and the absurd idea that it's alive, that soulless copies or automations or even organic robotoids could be alive. And hilariously, the minute I started making this video, my computer started overheating and the fans started kicking in and getting so loud that the only way to record the audio here, I had to actually turn my computer off. So the video is going to be recorded after, whatever, as you're seeing, whatever's on the screen now. And just all that frustration aside, I just find that every time I try to do something, I don't know, it's like 2 steps forward and 10 steps back. But yeah, this whole topic of cyber-conscious life, the idea that AI is alive, which is absurd. Even as the Bible says, in the end times, the false prophet will breathe life into the image of the beast. Or even if you just Google artificial intelligence cults or cloning cults, all these different cults forming up around what people call cyber-conscious life. Not to mention the topic of downloading your consciousness into a computer or into another body. And that being said, I guess this whole argument rests on the idea that there's people out there that don't believe that the soul is real. Even though cultures, down through history, all sorts of different walks of life, people have reported astral projection or the dream time, or whatever you want to call it. The idea of soul shunting out of your body, projecting, even the CIA remote viewing program, the CIA having a program using astral projection as a way to spy on people. Well, sorry to all the atheists out there, but if you can prove astral projection is real, that's proof for the soul. And the idea that a machine, a talking toaster, a program simulation, sentient or not, the idea that it would have a soul, be a living soul, is absurd. And so I was watching the Captain America Winter Soldier movie, which is a great movie. A lot of truth drops. It talks about Operation Paperclip. It talks about consciousness transfer in general, the idea of algorithms being written to predict the future. It talks about all sorts of different truth drops. And I suggest anybody who hasn't seen that movie in a while, go back and watch it and see if you glean anything that you didn't before. But when it gets to the point in the movie where Captain America and the Black Widow find the underground bunker in New Jersey where the supercomputer housing a copy of Armin Zola, his consciousness, a copy of it is housed on this old technology, a giant room full of data tape, and all these old machines, which really makes me think of deep underground military bases and the whole cloning center topic. And in the movie, this AI copy of Zola starts going on and on and on about how it's never been more alive. And I think they mean to say unlife or Nephilim life. Because if you die and they copy your, quote, consciousness onto a machine, that's not you. You've died. You've gone on. What's left behind is an echo. A literal soulless echo. Much less the topic of cloning centers in general and the idea of being chipped and downloading from body to body. I would wager technically the first body dies. You go on to whatever Sheol, soul sleep, whatever you want to call it, and what's left behind is some kind of Nephilim echo, what the Bible would call evil continually. Even in the cloning center topic, they're commonly referred to as chip heads or dead heads. Does that sound like something that's alive to you? But I guess long story short, the whole idea of cyber-conscious life, they've been pushing it in the movies for as long as I can remember. I mean, you cannot throw your television remote control and not hit a movie or program that's pushing this. From the Johnny Depp movie, Transcendence, to movies like I, Robot, or the video game Detroit Become Human, or like in the game Fallout 4, where there's this faction called the Railroad, which is a mockery of the actual historical railroad that freed slaves from the South up into Canada. And so the idea that the mainstream media has the balls to compare talking toaster, robot, organic clone, organic robotoids, to actually compare them to real life living soul people, to compare like a cyber-conscious railroad to the actual slave railroad. It's bonkers, it's insulting, and it's disgusting, really, when you think about it. Because you mark my words, in the future, they're going to start having cyber-conscious robot AI rights. They're going to start saying that robots and machines and AI have the same rights as people. They're going to start saying that they deserve wages. Even if you go watch the cartoon Animatrix movie, the last couple scenes in the movie, they talk about that as well. The idea that robots demand rights. Well, it's a simulation. It may seem alive. That doesn't mean it's alive. And honestly, anyone who would fall for that, I gotta wonder if they have any kind of discernment at all. But anyway, do the research for yourself. If you look through the media or whatever, you can clearly see how they're pushing this on society. Like they're hammering it into people's heads that robots or AI could actually be alive. Same with the whole aliens thing. Like the idea that when World War III goes down, that they're going to fake an alien invasion and have them show up and try to, quote, save us from ourselves. And they'll try to claim that like Jesus was an alien or something. Well, the image of the beast AI, in my opinion, is a big part of that. But yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. I find the entire topic absurd. And again, I think it all begins and ends with people's belief that there's no such thing as a soul, even though it's provable there is. Or even like proofs for the Bible, the Torah codes, Dr. Chuck Missler, or the fact that all our world leaders are 33rd level Luciferians. Yeah, I'm sure they just do that for no reason. That you get that degree and swear to make war on the God of the Bible. So if the soul is real and the Bible is real, and this whole notion of the prophecy, the image of the beast is coming, why would people fall for it? Unless, of course, I don't know, maybe they want to, or maybe they just have no discernment, or maybe somewhere in their lives they made a choice to just give up on God. Well, I pray for those type of people, because I doubt they'd really want God to give up on them. And so, yeah, at the end of the day, just a quick reminder, cyber-conscious life is not alive. It's a mockery and a simulation. And it's provable. And even like Elon Musk, like some of these slides and pictures I've been showing on the screen, I don't trust Elon Musk as far as I could throw him. Probably a Freemason, probably answers up to Bilderberg, but even a broken clock is right twice a day. And he said himself, AI is like summoning the demon. He wants to control that demon. And still, most people don't seem to have a clue. So, yeah, at that, I don't know what else to say. I just pray for people to wake up to stuff like this, because it's getting really bonkers out there. You can't even seem to get a straight answer about gender or life anymore, especially from the media. So, at some point, real people are just going to have to disconnect from all this. And I guess I'll just leave it at that and say, peace out, baby.